Hey guys, Christian Senior back from CNH Small Engine again for a quick informative service video here today. We had a customer here this past week, it was on Tuesday. He brought his machine over here. He has a Aaron's tractor, and he has a Briggs engine on specifically, and he needed the starter serviced over here because he kept on claiming the thing wouldn't start. And he claimed, even took the starter off the machine, and it was working okay. And he claimed in parentheses that he took it to a guy who knows about starters, and the guy told me it was okay. However, we checked it out over here, and the starter was not okay. Starter needed to be rebuilt on the actual top end, guys. These starters on these Briggs V-twin engines here. I'll give you a shot of the actual cover right here for the engine shroud. This is the Intech XRD 20 horsepower 656 cc V-twin engine. I'll give you a shot of the actual engine here. I got it down by my garage here right now. This is what it looks like on the top with the starter and the actual shroud taken off. The specific model number for the engine on here, it's right there. We go. It's 406777. Type is 0442-B1, and the code is starting with a 09111-3YG. This is the Briggs V-twin engine, and you see we do have the starter removed on the side right here. The guy's starter was not working properly for him. He also had a couple other additional problems with the machine here today. I'll basically touch on that real quick here. He had a huge rat's nest all around the hole. This one side right here, you can even see this piece was actually chewed on. It was actually chewed on by a mouse or something here. You can see chew marks all in there. He had big rat's nest around this whole entire area right here, down inside the actual area here for the push rod. This whole entire area was completely packed with a big rat's nest. The other side was also had a big rat's nest on here as well, too. You can even see the little bit of chew marks on here. The other odd thing is we seen on here was he got tons of some kind of animal hair. I don't know what the hell's going on, but he had this animal hair all over the whole entire, flywheel and everything else like that as well, too. I don't know if he was storing this thing outside, and if he has a dog or some kind of multiple animals in his house, but whatever's going on, I really don't know. This thing was also stored outside for some kind of length of time because the actual top of the crank right here where it holds onto the flywheel, it's completely rusted on here as well too. That's a definite telltale sign it was actually stored outside for an indeterminate amount of time as well too. You can see all the rust on top of the actual ignition module as well too. I do recommend, if you have a tractor, lawnmower, please store them in some kind of a garage, shed, or some kind of a outside storage device if you're going to be storing it outside. If you want to store a tractor outside, such as this size right here, this is a 42-inch Aaron's hydrostatic drive right here on this machine. We do recommend, if you're going to store it outside, at least get some kind of a tarp, and also put the tractor up on some kind of blocks or ramps so you can keep it off the ground, maybe 1 or 2 inches out there, just enough to keep it off the ground. And also, whenever you put a tarp around it, make sure the tarp's wrapped very snugly around the base of the front and also in the back and the side deck right here, because you do not want any kind of area of the tractor exposed to the elements out there for that. So we'll go back to the starter up here as well too, guys. These starters can be rebuilt, as I got right here. This is starter. Sorry about that. This starter, we did take it off here. This thing was basically sticking in the down position as is right now. You can buy rebuild kits for these things, guys. So here's the actual rebuild kit for this machine, or this specific model right here. This is the part number right here for. I'll zoom in on here. It's 696541 starter drive, they call it right here, made in good old China over there, unfortunately, but I can't do anything about that. It's still a Briggs part, so it is what it is, guys. This is what you get in the actual rebuilt starter. Get the base of the starting top unit here, and get your actual gear. Get the whole retaining tab on the top here as well too. Get your spring that fits underneath here like so. and you also get your C-clip and your washer right there as well too. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get 6 pieces right here for the rebuild of the top end of the starter right here for the electric starter, to be more precise. Now this thing works perfectly fine. See how smooth that is, guys. You want that thing to be absolutely smooth. There's one other thing I need to mention. You do not want to put any kind of oil, grease, or some kind of a any kind of silicone grease or oil, any kind of grease or lube on these things, because if you do, it may attract water, or it may attract dirt and crap, floating around outside in the air, but to be more precise. So keep these things bone dry on the machine either, because you do not want to have any kind of lubricant whatsoever for it, because it'll get down inside and possibly clog these things up on here, because that's what happened. This one over here is all crapped up and stuff like that, so we took it off and I just completely rebuilt it, and now it's functioning perfectly fine, and we're going to stick it back on the actual tractor here in a few minutes here for that. So that's everything I'm going to tell you about these things. If you want to buy these from the manufacturer, you can. They do have an online store. Or if you're like me, I buy my parts from a various source of websites. I mainly buy a lot of my stuff in bulk on eBay, because you can find pretty good deals specifically on eBay if you want to end up looking for a while. But that's everything I can really tell you about that machine right here for that. So if anybody has any comments, questions about this video here, this is specifically for the rebuilding of the electric starter for your Briggs & Stratton V twin Intech engine right here. Here's another shot of the engine's shroud covering. Intech XRD 20 horsepower V twin engine right here for that. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot, as usual, feel free to give me a message here, and I'll try to get back as soon as possible, guys. I'll see you. Have a nice day.